endless Cape Breton summer. So these guys are out in the elements. Yours truly is in a pretty nice setup here. They having on a stage. I don't have to deal with the sun, but these guys are right in the spotlight. JP Sims getting a predictable response from the fans here. And Ryan Schimmel, I think if he looks for approval, he'll more likely get a better response, and indeed he does. So I mentioned that Ryan Schimmel getting his wrestling career started last year. JP Sims has been wrestling since 2008 as he goes up thinking he's going to get a better response this time. And nope, turns out that side of the grounds dislikes him just as much as the other side did. Color me not surprised. As Ryan Schimmel, he proves to be just as popular with that side of the grounds. JP Sims began wrestling in 2008. Former Celtic Roots champion in ECPW. As he defeated Troy Merrick for that title in July of 2022. Ended up losing it in a four-way ladder match. Very memorable night in New Waterford. Referee in charge, Jeremy Murray, young and up-and-coming official here. He calls for the bell, and we're off and running here with our first matchup at the Exhibition Explosion. Ryan Schimmel, great all-around athlete as well, former football player. And you hear the Burger King chants. JP Sims, he doesn't like to hear that. Seems to draw the ire of the crowd. I know some of the people in New Waterford you'll see sometimes of the Burger King crowns, and I do see one gentleman that's wearing one, and always manages to draw the ire of JP Sims. So Schimmel in the red and black singlet. JP Sims, and I guess we can say the camo shorts. And in no hurry to engage. And if JP Sims is serious about waiting for respect from the audience to start this match, we could be in for a long night. We might be at dusk before we get started if that's his demand. And the Angry Whopper is perhaps a apt nickname for the mood that JP Sims carries around as we get a lock up to get things rolling to start this matchup. Again, I talked about Schimmel, very powerful wrestler, trying to exert that advantage in the early going here. And JP Sims, a ring veteran, I mentioned he's been wrestling since 2008, so he knows his way around the ring. And a veteran move to just go to the ropes, get that break. And, of course, Jeremy Murray, I mentioned, an up-and-coming official, but this match is in good hands with him on the call, and good work by Jeremy to break up the action, as he is obliged to do when the wrestlers go into the ropes. Another lock-up in the center of the ring, and this time Sims gets the early advantage. Try to go to work on that arm. Never a bad strategy. Try to take away the opponent's limbs. As that's the early play for Sims, is to go to work on the left arm. Schimmel able to break and a chop. There's that power advantage we were talking about earlier. Ringing the arm of Sims and then grounding him at least temporarily. Sims able to regain that vertical base. Ryan Schimmel going to work as Sims elbow to the arm of Schimmel. Now going to work on the other arm and has it tied up. Good fundamental wrestling in the middle of the ring, and even if you're not going to get a submission from this in the early going, you're doing a good job wearing down your opponent, which is the end goal, to get that 3 count or a submission later in the match. Schimmel reversal into a headlock. Well scouted to start this match. You can tell both of these guys have watched a lot of tape on the other. As Schimmel taken down, and good reversal by Sims, was able to use his leg to ground Schimmel. He's quick to get back to his feet. Boy, neither of these guys are giving much of an inch here to start. Well-matched competitors. Expected nothing less, quite frankly. Should be a tremendous opening matchup. Powerful shoulder tackle by Schimmel brings down Sims, and there's another one. Sims ducks, looking for a hip toss reversal, but again, well scouted by Schimmel. Schimmel take over middle of the ring. Sims looking for the ropes, and he finds his way to the corner. He's in a world of hurt. Oh, nobody home. Schimmel's back takes the impact. Nobody home again. Neither man able to get any sort of sustained momentum, but an elbow into the throat there of JP Sims. Sims whipped into the ropes. Powerful elbow. Boy, that looked like it made contact with the throat, probably taking a lot of the wind out of JP Sims. Crowd very much on the side of Ryan Schimmel. JP Sims trying to call a timeout, and there's no timeouts in wrestling, JP. Well, could be going for a power slam here. Sims trying to fight it off, and he does. Looks like he might be trying to reverse into an EDT. Raking the eyes, and Jeremy Murray over there in a hurry to try to break that up, but some of the damage already done. Fans none too approving of those antics from Sims. Oh, and a powerful axe handle. High rent district top rope. Pays off, though, and further grounding. Schimmel. There's a boot to the back and a boot to the face. Now Schimmel finding himself in a world of hurt. And then Jeremy Murray's got a 5 count, and JP Sims is happy to tell him, hey, I've got a 5 count. And JP Sims is still not earning the respect of the fans here. Not surprising given the tactics he employs, but doesn't really need to. That's what's frustrating about a wrestler like JP Sims. Schimmel whips him into the ropes using the weight of his body, and snapmare right in the middle of the ring. Has Sims where he wants him, and a drop kick on the ground. Could see our first pinfall attempt of the match here. 1 and a 2. 2 count. Good cover. Hooked the leg, but Sims was able to get out. Now Sims might be able to seek refuge on the grass on the outside, and I'll tell you, action spills to the outside. That's not going to be pleasant with the hard grass with the summer we've had here in Cape Breton. As Sims takes down Schimmel. I think he might have taken that impact of that off the throat. Now Sims jawing with the crowd again, and a kick right to the stomach of Ryan Schimmel. Schimmel in a world of hurt here. JP Sims has his opponent backed up. Choke gets to a 3 count. Jeremy Murray, again, the referee in charge, is enforcing the rules. As Sims lining up Schimmel with a powerful left hand. International Left-Handers Day. I don't know if he usually punches with his left, but that was a powerful left hand. There's a powerful boot to the head of Schimmel. Could see a pinfall attempt here. 1 and a 2. Oh, almost 2.5. Oh, and a chokehold again. The 5 count being administered there by Murray. Jeremy Murray says you're not allowed to choke, but I don't know if JP Sims has been one to respect the rules throughout his wrestling career. Mentioned he held that Celtic Roots Championship for over a year. Had successful title defenses against Thad Howitt, Jody Threat, Moon Miss, Jonathan Cross. He'd love to work his way back into title contention, and obviously would impress the championship committee, as would Ryan Schimmel. With a victory here, would certainly move either man up the rankings. As Schimmel going to work on the chest of Sims, who counters, and Schimmel taken down. Sims has Schimmel backed into the ropes. JP Sims, self-professed king of maritime wrestling, once again using the ropes to his advantage. As Schimmel in a compromising position here. As Sims using all of his weight and pushing Schimmel's body into the second rope. Pinfall attempt, 1 and a 2, and this time he didn't hook the leg. Maybe that gave an opening to Ryan Schimmel, but Sims might be thinking like he's getting closer. As Sims, also former IHW champion in New Brunswick, held that title for over a year. And 4-year reign as heavyweight champion in a New Breed. Champion in UCW as well. Duck of a clothesline by Sims. Series of reversals in the middle of the ring. Neither guy able to get much of an advantage. Oh, there's a big back suplex. Looked like Sims took the imprint of that in the back of his neck. But that might have taken a little bit of energy out of Schimmel as well. Sometimes those high-impact maneuvers can be almost as devastating to the guy that's inflicting the move. As both men now trying to regain their base. As Schimmel at axe handle brings down Sims, and another one. Down goes JP Sims again. Duck of a clothesline. Oh, drop kick there by Schimmel. And into the corner goes JP Sims. Schimmel a clothesline. Sims doesn't quite know where he is. He's going to go for another suplex, belly to belly. Pinfall attempt perhaps. 1 and a 2. And it was tough for Schimmel to hook the leg from the position he was in, and as a result, that opened the window there for Sims to kick out. Tremendous opening matchup here on Rogers. You're watching ECPW Exhibition Explosion from the North Side Exhibition. Great to see all these fans outside enjoying the weather as Schimmel perhaps looking for a power slam. Countered. Throwing her right in to the mat. Pinfall attempt here for Sims. 1 and a 2. Oh, and a 2 count. Maybe 2.5. Murray, a pinfall attempt and a 2.5. Sims not happy that Murray took a second to get into position, but Jeremy Murray was smart, though. I think he kind of abridged his count on the 1-2 to make up for the lost time. So no problem with that. I think that was a fair count, and Schimmel was able to get up. We talked about how JP Sims is the professed king. He's now asking Ryan Schimmel to bow down. Don't think that's going to be happening. Schimmel throws Sims down to the mat. Could be a pinfall attempt here. 2 and a 3 counts.
Here's your winner, Ryan Schimmel.
Ryan Schimmel with a big victory here over JP Sims. What an opening contest it was. And the power for Schimmel gets back in the win column. And I'll tell you, that's quite the notch on the resume of Ryan Schimmel to pick up the win over JP Sims. And back in the win column, that's a big win to beat a veteran like JP Sims. Ryan Schimmel, well-earned victory and certainly a game effort from JP Sims, but a tremendous victory for the popular Ryan Schimmel, and he's going to go celebrate with the fans. Why not? Fans love this guy, and he's given them another reason to, as at least temporarily, he's quieted the large mouth of JP Sims. Ryan Schimmel with a big victory over JP Sims. You're watching ECPW Exhibition Explosion on Rogers.